Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Christy Vann with VANNtastic Finances, and on this channel I teach velocity banking. So I wanted to share a little bit again about the past relationship that I was in for 17 years, and it was tumultuous, is that a word? And it was volatile, and I'm glad it's over, okay? So I wanted to let the divorced women out there know that I am with you. I have been in the bad relationships, and I live to tell, okay? So I just want to encourage women, men alike. There are men that go through some horrible, horrible things. It's not gender related. It is just, sometimes I believe marriages were set up by Satan himself, and that we just have to, when we realize that we have entered a mess, we need to carefully find our ways sliding out of that. And if you have children, of course, you want to be careful with that too. But the debt that it leaves in the wake is tremendous sometimes. And so to get out of my relationship, I took all the debt. Didn't sign, in the divorce papers, I had it written up that I would take everything, home, cars, everything, if he would just go. And no child support, no nothing, just go. And it worked for me, and I have never been happier. Very thankful that that is over, and I know how you feel. And if you're in that situation, pray your way through it, because the Lord has called us to peace. He doesn't require us to stay in abusive marriages. Yes, it does talk about the woman and her role in the marriage, but it also gives us ways that it is okay for us to walk away, and we shouldn't feel guilt and shame about that. We have a life to live too, and we have a beautiful life to live that the Lord has given us to live, and that we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our children. So when you come out of such a situation as that, you may have debt to recover from. So I wanted to go over a situation that I was in during the marriage, where we had obtained a line of credit. I didn't understand what a line of credit was. Had no idea. I was 25 years old maybe. Never had been told there was a difference between a loan and a line of credit. So when we got the line of credit on a home that we had at that time, it was $24,000. And what happened? Well, we spent it. My husband at the time, he thought he had to have a new car every 6 months. And you know how that goes upside down and tears your credit all the heck. So then he would buy old cars, and he would leave them sitting in the driveway and do nothing with them, but yet we had loans on them. Or he'd buy an engine. Some of the guys around here, especially back in the 80s, 90s, they like to fix up hot rods, and wouldn't you know, I got involved with one of those, and he never actually fixed up a hot rod, but he certainly spent a lot of money through the years keeping parts and pieces laying around that were very expensive, and we lost a lot of money on it, and because he would turn around and give it away to a friend or something, and we still had a loan, right? So I have been there, done that. When it comes to bad marriages, I have done it. So please know you are not alone, and when it comes to debt, you can recover. I did recover very nicely. It took me a while to learn everything that I am teaching you today, but I am teaching you so that you have a step up from where I came from. And I hope that these videos bring value to you. I hope that they help you come up out of the mire of nasty debt, because we don't need to be struggling with that. We have enough in life going on. We don't need debt on top of that, right? Okay, so this line of credit that we had was $24,000. We also had one of the mini car loans at $22,000. At the time, like I said, it was all about spending, and we had no cash flow. I've mentioned in previous videos that if we had $50 extra a month, and I mean $50 extra a month, he would find some loan to go get to take that $50. So we were always living in the negative. I don't even know how we made it, but here we are, right? Okay, so had I known I could have taken the $22,000 that had a $624 a month payment for 72 months, and let me put in a side note here, we never paid off a car. We never made it to 72 months. We very seldom made it to 6 months before he decided, hey, I'm going to go get another new car. And the frustration that fills my soul, that I feel from, 30 years ago, I still feel that. I don't know that it ever goes away, the frustration of dealing with an unstable person. But it's still there. I still feel it. So when I talk about this, if I start breathing heavy and hard, it's because I got all these memories flooding back and they're not pretty. So I do feel I get tense, right? Okay. So the $624 a month payment on this $22,000 at 10%, because we had bad credit, right? And you just got cars because, I don't know, you thought you had to have a new one every 6 months. I'm not sure, but 10% is for our bad credit. So had we transferred this $22,000 and let it come out of here, not only would that have given us $2,000 to live on with our living expenses, but it would have wiped out this $624 payment, because this loan had a $600 some payment, right? So if you had $624 here and $600 here, well, you're talking about, we had $1,224 a month in just these two loans. Well, we didn't make much more than that. So if you have this much coming out, how can you knock that out today with the knowledge that I'm about to give you? When you transfer this in, it knocks out the payment, right? Because you paid off this loan, technically. But then when your income is, let's say we made $3,500 a month, goes into the line of credit, ta-da! The other payment is gone because you deposited your income. It satisfied the payment for that month. So now you have $1,224 that is cash flow, and it is beginning to pay off this $22,000. Now, if you just divided it out by 600 a month, then you're going to pay this loan off in 36 to 37 months. But with $1,200, you've cut it back again. So you're talking about 18 months, 2 years way max. That would be going on vacations and buying more stuff. But you're talking less than 20 months. You would have the $22,000 paid off over here, where over here it was set up for 72 months. I mean, you really need to think about it. Those lines of credit can make or break you. And if you spend them like we did back in the day, they will break you. But if you spend it the way I'm teaching you today, you will become wealthy because you know how to use your lines of credit and you know how to do it without having any of your own money being used. All you're doing is leveraging the bank to pay off your debt. So if I can answer any questions for you, please leave them below. I have links down there for you to contact me. Contact me. Let's get on this. Let's get you out of debt and let's start living our best life. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a terrific week.